All right, good afternoon. Let's get into a market update. And this is kind of an update, but I just want to tell you what you could do or what you should be thinking about. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for all the new people who are joining. I really do appreciate it. It's nice when your hard work goes not unseen. So, anyway, Merry Christmas to all of you. Uh, and let's get right to it. So obviously, Jerome Powell, Feds, they lowered the interest rate 0.25%. Many are projecting that we won't get another rate decrease until possibly end of 25 and maybe all of 26. I know previously it was projected that the Fed was gonna cut rates 4 times in 2026. Now that is off the table. And I don't know if any of you have watched it or noticed, but after the interest rate cut, the the bond market, the 10-year yield, which is what you can, essentially look at for mortgage rates, actually went up. So what I'm hearing and what I'm looking at, it looks like 2025 is setting up to be a repeat of 2024. Sucks. Okay. I'm ready to, so, okay, we could be in our feelings about it and we can hate it all we want, but here's the reality. What's the strategy? And let me tell you what I'm doing for my strategy for 2025. Let's just say you bought a property or a house, and this is specifically for the people in real estate. If you're like me, you bought your property in 2021. More than likely, you have a 3% or lower interest rate, maybe even maybe 4, but most likely 3 and below. You've more than likely have a lot of equity, just because the supply and demand, depending on your market, of course. But you probably have a lot of equity built up in your house that you can't tap without affecting your interest rate, which I get it. I'm in the same boat. I can't touch any of my equity to be able to deploy that capital and to buy more assets, because if I refinance out of my current loan and I refi into a 7, from a 3 to a 7, it's irresponsible. It's stupid. Could I do it? Sure. Would I cash flow? No. It'd be negative cash flow. So I'm in this holding pattern, and I have to wait until at least a 4 or 5%. Then I can justify that because it makes enough sense to. So what I'm going to continue to do for 2025, I got to pay down my debt, and I have to build up a savings and start investing in the stock market. One of the things for a long time, and I think I was wrong. I was wrong on this for sure. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. I solely focus on real estate, and I'm not saying maybe wrong is not the word. I don't know. You want to focus on the discipline and get real good at it. But I focused on real estate because I wanted to learn it. And once I was able to get my arms around it and get it to a point where, okay, I understand it through and through. Not saying I have it all figured out, but I'm pretty damn good at it. Especially whether it be commercial, residential, you name it. There's an asset out there that I wouldn't be uncomfortable with, right? Because I've been managing it for so long, so I really have an intimate knowledge of it. So what I don't, though, I'm like in my infancy stages when it comes to the stock market. I don't understand it all. I mean, I get the baseline level, but I wouldn't categorize myself as a professional by any means. But what I did notice, I feel like I've missed out on a lot of the growth in this market. Now looking back on it, I should have been doing both. Now, I know a lot of people will say, and it's not wrong, you should focus on one thing until you get really good at it. And then before you start to diversify, doing other things. I agree 100% with that. I'm just saying now, having my money all tied up in real estate, I'm not going to do that moving forward. Once I'm able to refinance this next deal, I'm probably going to take some chips. I'm going to take some chips off the table and just place a little bit in the stock market and just minimize my risk. Because if anything 2024 has taught me is that you at some point you don't want all your eggs in one basket. You want to kind of have a little hedge somewhere. If at the bare minimum nothing else, a deal of a lifetime comes through, you have some capital you could pool to go make it happen. So lesson learned. It's not bad. It's just I had to change my thinking. So moving forward, I'm gonna like I said, just skim a little bit off the top, put it away, put it in the market, and just let that sit there and grow. And I'll dollar cost average. I'll continue to just throw a log or two on the fire. And as that grows, that will be set aside, obviously to live off of a little bit. But if I can take a little bit off of that one, the earnings, right? We want to talk about earnings, not principal. Principal is the amount that you go in with, right? So if I have $100,000 in the market and my $100,000 has made $10,000, well, I'll take the $10,000 gain and then go pay the tax bill. You got to pay tax for it. And I'm just using rough math here, but I'll go buy an asset that produces me monthly cash flow tax-free. That's the goal. So I think for myself, in the future, I'm just going to be doing real estate in the stock market. I'm not saying it's going to be a 50-50 split, but for sure, I'm going to just be skimming more money off the top and dollar cost averaging into that, which I think is a great plan. Now, let's say for the people who have not bought in 2021, 2022, 2020, 21 up until this point, and let's say you're looking at these interest rates and you're like, I really want to buy, but 7% is just killing me. Here's my suggestion. I still think you should buy, and I still think you have to be ultra aggressive on your offer. You cannot afford to go in with asking. If someone is wanting to sell their home for, I don't know, let's just do easy math, $200,000. Again, I know it's not real. We're just talking about easy math. You cannot go in and offer $200,000. Maybe you got to go in at 180. You got to play with the numbers. You got to keep fine tuning it down, right? You got to look at, okay, this house is not that great a house. Maybe I have to put so much money into it. What's my ARV? That's after repair value. Whatever that number is, let's just say you find a house that's $200,000. You want to offer, I don't know, 190. But once you do the work you're going to do to the house, it's worth 240. Well, yeah, that's a deal you can justify, But me personally, I would only offer 60%, maybe 70% of the ARV. Period. I would not offer a penny more. And just move on. We got to be strategic here. So my battery's actually about to die. Sorry about cut this video short, but that's my strategy and plan for 2025. Just kind of be in a holding pattern. I got all my stuff queued up. The moment those rates come down to 4 to 5, have their people ready to go. I've already emailed my loan officers from 3 different banks, just like putting them on notice. So that's my advice for 2025. Just stabilize everything, pay down debt, and just keep sweetening the pot. It's because as soon as you're able to do a refinance. As soon as you're able to have enough money to make an offer, Just remember, do not offer market or asking price. Okay? Hopefully this is helpful to you. Please like, subscribe, and share. Take care. Bye.